Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? Please don't let my readings be forced, unless it resonates, all right? We're here to seek the soul, all right? But you have to have a good relationship with yourself, okay? And the first card we're looking for is fears and frustration within the mind. We have a collective, or some people thinking maybe a Gemini, but we're in the thoughts, okay, of fear and frustration. Someone seems to be up at night, but the bed seems to be very clear. All you got to do is organize your mind file, okay? Let go of any emotions, okay, that does not serve you for your highest good, okay? You have to come to peace, all right? Pray. Someone's praying to God because someone seems to be looking at a nightmare, frustration. Someone needs to sleep. Somebody needs to rest. Yeah, someone's putting an end to any fears and frustration within the mind. The mind seems to be coming to calmer waters because there seems to be a situation that's coming to an end. And remember, collective, every ending has a new beginning. Don't close your heart off no matter what the stress was. Why? Because the heart is the seat of the soul. You're trying to create a relationship with yourself. All right, so you can have a healthy relationship outside of yourself so you can co-create with the universe, because we want heaven on earth, but heaven's not going to drop from the sky. We have to learn to work with our own special gifts that God gave all of us to create heaven on earth. How? By co-creating with the universe. All right, so let go of any emotional baggage. Okay, someone seems to be fears in the ears, too many tears of tissues, issues of tissues that are coming to an end, okay? New beginnings, my lovelies, all right? End your stresses under the dresses. Because now we're looking at purity, okay? We're looking at a pathway to a new beginning for stability by using the intuition. Some of you could be ending relationships with your siblings, nieces, okay? Because now we're looking at a situation where a new beginning of money is coming in. Maybe some of you found a situation when you was worried about money. It's come to an end. Your ancestors are trying to rain that money down to help you so you can be content. Okay. Someone should be signing a money agreement. All right. End of situation. Some people were stressed about money, but a money agreement has come to an agreement. So now there's no more stresses. Okay. So now you can go and look about being curious about other things, because there was a situation that needed to end because a young person or young studious person, could be a young woman, could be anyone older than 25, was spying or being deceptive. So someone's reflecting or deflecting. So now you've got to look back over your shoulder all the time. But you don't have to collect it. That's what's creating this stress. And this stress is becoming like a rock bottom. All right, let your ancestors help you so you don't become a rock bottom. All right, so maybe this situation became a rock bottom. That's why you're always looking over your shoulder, because someone's always looking for your money, inheritance, legacies, you know. But someone's studying and looking into their generational wealth. All right, your generational wealth starts now, collective. Okay, start looking within yourself. All right, by walking away from people, things, and places. They just so you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder, because it seems like when you have to question people in your life that give you fears, that give you frustrations in the mind, that you have to hold on to the emotion, they're not supposed to be in your life. You have to question people, all right? So maybe you're looking into a deception from a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Maybe this person has dark eyes or dark hair. We're looking at professional, we're looking at business person, okay? We're looking at domineering, all right? Maybe you've come to a situation where it's ending with a Queen of Pentacles. Now you're creating a new beginning. Now maybe you've signed a money agreement with this person. When it comes to family inheritance, all right, or a deed, okay? Because now we're looking at all glitters are not gold. When you've looked into your options, look within and pay attention to your dreams so you're not up at night, because all glitter is not gold. So you have to look beyond the clouds, which is loud. It's like I see cloud people all the time in my dreams. So I'm going by experience. Please pay attention, okay? So you can go away from the darkness, because there's always like people, things, and places that hold grudges. It's feelings, they were energy. So they transport it this way. But to transmit it back that way, look within your dreams and pay attention, okay? Look beyond the clouds, all right? Someone's looking at money improvements, but it seems to be fears now, okay? At that point. So now there's an ending, all right, for a new beginning. Because now maybe someone has money contentment, okay? But now someone's signing off a money agreement, maybe. Because somebody was spying, being very deceptive, projecting their fears and frustrations onto other people, maybe. All glitter is not gold. Because now we're looking at a new beginning now. Pour love into yourself. Remember, every ending has a new beginning. So new beginning. Now your emotion, because you let go of your emotions, now the emotions feels more secure. Okay? Maybe someone's having a helping hand. Maybe from family or your ancestors helping you to rain down so you can water. All right? Because the seeds are like for your flowers to grow so you can be fruitful. All right? For your generational wealth. Okay? So now you're looking at your helping hand, all right? Or maybe you're signing an agreement now, and now you'll be able to travel overseas, do your trips, okay? Because now you're looking at regenerating your money, okay? So now the world is in your hand, and now you've got new opportunities, okay? We're looking at a soul world, all right? We're looking at using the intuition, the psychic gifts, but you've got to put an end into greed. Okay, you can't look at relationships for the purpose of security. Someone's becoming a businesswoman, all right? We've got to look into like information, you know, look within yourself, see what you like, okay? Stick to your path and then unpeel like an onion, okay? But focus on your intuition because you've got new opportunities coming through after someone was spying, being deceptive, because now you're looking at work, all right? Somebody was spying and prying and being deceptive on your work, okay? Because they wanted to fleck that into their own work, okay? So now this problem is over, all right? Now you're looking at working on self-mastery, self-craftsmanship, working on things that you like instead of holding on to emotion of like money in fluctuations going up and down, all right? Or being offered something you may not want, maybe from a Queen of Pentacles, because now you're looking at regret, because now you've got the hand of God giving you something, but because of an issue that became a frustration and a fear that held onto emotion of regret, do you understand? It became fears, frustration. Now you let go. Now you've got work coming in, all right? You're doing self-mastery. I think I explained that properly. Yeah, let go of regrets. Made them into grace by pouring that love into you. Pour it into you because you're having a helping hand from your ancestors. Okay? So look within the clouds for your signs, all right? Don't miss out on your synchronicities. Don't miss out on like other people's problems, other people's issues when it comes to their money or stability. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone can create their own generational wealth, all right? Everyone can by using the intuition. So now this person that's in regret is now working on self-mastery, and now we've got new beginnings, all right? You can turn all your greats, all your regrets into grace, okay? Someone's looking at overseas trip. Someone's looking at blessings. Someone's looking at the world in their hands. New opportunities, okay? Because now you've got all your strengths, your weaknesses. You've turned them into opportunities, okay? And no more threats. To protect yourself from any threats. Because now you had a pause. You got a stronger insight into all things. That glitter isn't gold. So now after a lot of deliberating, maybe about a money situation, trying to sign a money agreement, after all that delay, now you can start. Hey, now, maybe you're a young woman. Now you can get your basic good news, maybe from the intuition. Maybe somebody was worried about a water sign person, but now you got maybe initials P, maybe born on the 6th month or the 6th day. Take it as it resonates. Or you could be thinking about King of Swords, all right? We're thinking about heaven on earth, soul world, to let the ancestors rain down, do you understand, into our universe to help us. Look at them all looking at us from every 4 corners of the earth. But we have to use them by how? In tuning into the universe, because they're always giving us something, okay? Every ending has a new beginning. Just secure your emotions, all right? So you can have a good relationship with yourself. This is about self-love, all right? Okay? Balance the emotions. I know it's not easy. I'm on a twin flame journey, so some of my videos, I'm not going to look back at them. Oh, my days. I'd like to have a good laugh at myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, but It is not easy being on a twin flame journey or a soulmate journey, okay? But we have a helping hand with our ancestors. Just try your hardest to keep your emotions, all right, at balance, all right, at bay, okay? So you don't want to lay out no more karmic debts on yourself. Talking about Aquarius, or you might be healing. Now, you could be thinking of a Knight of Wands, all right? All that glitters is not gold for maybe a Knight of Wands, or maybe a young man over 25, okay? Maybe this masculine got an important letter, and he's realized within this letter, all things that glitter is not gold. So it became a frustration within the options, the opinions, because now things got clouded within the emotions or opportunities, because now fears start coming in. But then the emotions of regret being around the Queen of Pentacles, because all things that isn't gold, now we're holding on to emotions of regret. You got to let go of it. You got to let go. It takes time, piece by piece, you got to let go. But more importantly, it's coming to an agreement. All right, a money agreement, okay, is a karmic debt. You've got to pay back the ancestors everything this person stole and was deceptive about, okay? They've got to give it back and go back their own healing, okay? So now we're looking at security, okay? They've got to give back maybe Aquarius or a Leo, Sagittarius back, okay? Things that were stolen. So now we're looking at the secure. Well, every ending has a new beginning. We're going to start again, move forward. We're going to create heaven on earth by using intuition, okay? Pay attention to your dreams and your star signs and also the signs outside of you. We're looking at single. We're looking at peace of mind. You know, some of you maybe like to be single. That might come to an end soon because a new love is coming your way, all right? Maybe a fire sign person, maybe traveling from overseas. Maybe he sees his blessings. He understands he was in a karmic situation. He might come in armored because he understands he's in twin flame energy, and he might not get a very good reception. Okay, so we're looking at the world is in your hand, my darling, but don't abuse it. Okay, we all have the power to create. Okay, keep working at your skills, okay, your talents. You can always transform, okay, your talents into anything. Don't just sit there and die straight, my darling. Okay, someone doing some sharp talking, speed situation, okay, or something had to finish very quickly. All right. Don't create any more debts. Star sign. Someone wants to come in to maybe Aquarius person that's single. She's laughing. She's doing reflection. All right. We're doing self-reflection, self-correction. Okay. We're looking at self-awareness. We want to be self-sufficient. Someone could be talking very sharply. Maybe the single person, air sign person, Aquarius person. Or you could look at a masculine that's in his passion with a Knight of Wands, or is in his full truth, being very blunt when it comes to telling someone to sign that agreement or else. All right. There's going to be more problems maybe at work. Okay. Because now we understand when someone's reflecting, projecting the fooleries. And we're going to be more reliable. Now that we understand that we are magicians, we can create what's above is below with an open heart by mastering all 4 elements, all right? Some of you, because of this deception and the spying, okay, and stealing people's private personal information, God will prepare your tables in front of the enemy. Just try and keep your emotions at bay, all right? And study. Some of you are studying. Keep studying, my darling. It's going to be 25 years old. Work will be coming in for you. So someone's coming in with a message. Okay, someone wants to share a message. Okay, maybe a love choice. We're talking about love choices here. We're looking at love choices. Somebody wants to come in reliable because somebody felt like they made obstacles and decisions when they were reliable to maybe a Queen of Pentacles. Now they've had a stronger insight into this person. They've gone into a massive debate and there seems to be delay into soulmates coming together because someone made a choice, maybe a Gemini person, made a choice with maybe a Queen of Pentacles, with dark hair, maybe a business person. But when we look into the situation, when someone got a letter about using dreams, having this in telepathic communication, we understand all glitter is not gold. All right. So we're coming to calmer waters. All right. No more fears in the ears. No more tissues of issues. All right. We've signed an agreement. All right. Because the ancestors are demanding people to give back things that were stolen. Maybe from a Gemini person. Okay. It could have been both a Scorpio person or an earth sign person, okay, a Taurus, okay, or a Virgo, all right, or a Capricorn person, maybe with a young woman, maybe someone at 25 years old. We're looking at spying. We're looking at inner conflict. So within the dreams, the spirits are fighting a Gemini person to keep them in fears and frustration. This could be a practitioner, okay? But we're letting go of those emotions. Why? Because you're not stressed out. You're not in fear. You're just worried about Leo person when it comes to unalignment, or when it comes to a situation that he needs to end, when it concerns money from the ancestors that were raining down, okay? So someone's doing some short talking because there's lots of speed going on, all right? Okay? So now we're looking at going within to seek the truth, all right? When you go within, you seek the truth. When you seek the truth, you seek yourself. When you seek the self, you seek the star within you, all right? You seek your purpose, and you'll seek God at the end of your rainbow, all right? Everyone asks me, V, what's the lottery numbers? I said, you are. Just go within. You are the lottery, my darlings, all right? A situation's coming to an end. Every ending has a new beginning, okay? Because there was a situation where somebody was up in fear because they had a fight or a situation in a conflict, an outer conflict with a Leo person or a Gemini person. So now we're looking at the thoughts, okay, of maybe this conflict, and there seems to be a regret because God was giving us a gift when it comes to knowledge, all right, when it comes to wisdom. But somebody seems to be in regret, all right? This regret's coming to an end. Every ending has a new beginning because it became a 5 of cups. Somebody was playing on someone's abandonment issues, all right, because they was looking for money to feel contented, okay? So now we're looking at a situation because of this deception. Someone was spying on someone's finances, all right? Now someone has to pay back a karmic debt. Now there's a regret, okay? Because now you're looking at self-love, all right? Loving self. Because now we have to sign an agreement. Agreement has to be done, okay? Because someone's in regrets, and we're going to turn all regrets into grapes and turn the situation and allow our ancestors to be proud of us by planting heaven on earth within our world for a soul world, okay? There's going to be an ending because now someone has to sign an agreement, and Leo has to protect his family legacy, all right? So now we're looking into some of Leo's family legacy when it comes to inheritance, okay, from the ancestors. Because of this spy, okay, now we're looking at spiritual prison, mental prison, or prison of the mind. But someone has to let go of this emotion. Maybe a Leo person that's sitting in regret, or a Scorpio person, or Pisces person. Because now you're looking at this regret, you've got to let it go. Because somebody was spying into someone's wheel of fortune. Somebody wanted to do maybe destiny swapping, but we're looking at a karmic situation. Now we've got a turning point. Because now someone has to sign an agreement when it comes to money to give back maybe a Leo person or an Aquarius person. So now you're looking at a Queen of Pentacles, okay, a businesswoman, all right, probably a sociopath, a smothering person, okay, that goes around, that looks for money for convenience. This person is not all that glitters, is not gold, with a Queen of Pentacles, okay. So now we're looking at someone that was balancing someone's books, all right, by stealing, okay, and working on juggling people's finances when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, all right? So they were looking for a turning point, so they were spying, okay, and being very deceptive when it comes to people's personal, private information, okay? So they were using this situation and juggling. So now things became unbalanced. Now things are being balanced by because of outside forces, all right? This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's either you're going to go to your destiny or stay within your karmic cycle. We're looking at a Taurus person that has to give back the money. They thought it was a charity, so they used extortion. They used someone's emotions, deception, stealing people's private, personal information. So now they have to give back the ancestors a karmic debt. Now this person will be working very hard to get back this investment, but they made an investment from it because a 6 and a 1 is a 7. What you sow is what you reap. They were very patient, all right? They wanted to work without any effort, so they stole money. Now they're going to go for a Tower moment. Maybe the thoughts of this Queen of Pentacles, all right, it's like inner and outer conflict because she was fearing this Tower moment. Because now people's going to understand all that glitter within this person's foundation is not gold. It's all built on a lies, stealing, cheating, violence, bullying, fighting, and obia. Okay? Rituals, whatever you want to call it. So now, that was a difficult situation that had to come to an end to create a new beginning. Now we've signed an agreement because she has to give back the ancestors back what she stole. And I love someone, maybe a Leo person, is protecting his inheritance, all right, or his independence. Very independent person. Or this person is traveling overseas, okay. They got the palm of the hands. A new life. Maybe a Sagittarius person is working hard, okay. Maybe a younger woman was spying, being very deceptive. Now they got a burden. They got to do some heavy reflecting. And now this person's got to plant their own foundation all by themselves. Maybe there's a masculine, a Sagittarius masculine, when it comes to his love choices. He has to have a better opinion about them, an open, more minded, because all that glitters is not gold. So now he's planting a foundation again. Maybe a fire sign person or Gemini person, because the Gemini person thinks that a Sagittarius person is a burden, and a fire sign person thinks that Queen of Pentacles is a burden. So now we're looking at memories. You've got to let go of the memories. Maybe a friend or someone familiar, maybe a Taurus person. They was feeling left in a code. Now they will be. All right. Someone is single, maybe a Gemini person. Okay. Looking at new love. You're looking at peace of mind. Looking at soulmates, maybe with a Gemini person and maybe a fire sign person or Aquarius person. So now we're looking at maybe a masculine air sign person protecting their inheritance. Maybe he feels there's more independence. Okay. Financial independence. That's what we need. We need to be, you see, when you come to the soul world, you have to be self-sufficient. Because God needs to work through us. If we're all bundled together, it becomes smothering, mothering, and all that. It doesn't work. Someone feels left out in the cold, maybe an earth sign person, Taurus person, because of what they did in their past. Now they're going to be up at night with inner and outer conflicts. Now they've got to face their own dark shadows that they send to other people. You see, when you do these spiritual kind of dark entities and you throw all these black magic at people, not black, yeah, dark entity, because it is dark shadows. I'm going to say black magic then, all right? It's only going to go back to you at some point. So now this person's going to have a whole load of dark spirits fighting them at night time. So this is probably why this person probably cannot be alone. They need protection. Alchemist. We're looking at an alchemist. We're bringing peace of mind because what's above is below. Okay. Heaven on earth. Now we're bringing in calmer waters. The mind comes to calmer waters now, you know, because now someone's investing in themselves. Sharp talking, truth, challenges, confusions, clearing it, ancestors clearing it, okay? When it comes to this confusion of this Taurus person trying to find a peace of mind by people's investments, for Aquarius person when it comes to new love created by God for the soulmates, okay? The heart of the reading is we have to be self-sufficient, okay? So we can create a soul world, right? A soul world so we can have a happily ever after and not burdens at work. People looking for money, creating people's burdens. Some of you might be going for a burden at work. Do not add any more burdens onto yourself, all right? Not for yourself or for anyone else. Sort out the burdens you have already because you're on the brink of exhaustion from the energy, all right? Manage your energies, my darlings, okay? It's really important. Maybe someone wants to come reliable to a Queen of Swords. Maybe this Queen of Swords is burnt out, holding a burden of a Sagittarius person, maybe. But we're looking at a love choice, planting a foundation, getting stronger in oneself, all right? Because now we're looking at a perspective or how to plant a foundation by going within. There seem to be delays and due to someone's foundation, someone's investment, when it comes to a love choice. Or someone wants to come in reliable for a Queen of Swords. They want to put down the burden. Someone's hiding from a Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles is up. She's worried about Queen of Swords when it comes to her choices. Queen of Pentacles is very scared of a Queen of Swords because they forced to fight. And that's the secret. Deception. Maybe a water sign person when it comes to Pentacles. All right. Okay, so we're looking at conflicts in and out of someone, looking at fears in the ears, looking at tissues of issues at night time. Instead of sweet dreams, someone's having nightmares. Okay, because you've got to let go of the emotions, maybe a Leo person or a Gemini person when it comes to the thoughts and the will of letting go of a conflict. Remember, Leo's is will, okay, and Gemini's is think, okay? So you have the will, so you know you have the will. So into myself, I think, I know I have the will, all right? Even though I have is Aquarius. No, oh yeah, I have is Taurus, actually. So someone has a conflict because someone was looking for charity. It wasn't love, it was charity. From a Leo person, when it comes to the thoughts. Someone's going to have no mercy. Somebody wants to apologize, right? Maybe a Leo person. Because now we're looking at a situation. Someone regrets trying to take someone's treasure of abundance. There's a massive regret because God gave it to us to plant. So now there's a regret because a third party energy, a Queen of Pentacles, she saw this as an investment, a treasure. So they started doing entrapments. They want to say, sorry, not from me. Bride price, bribing masculines for a bride, for the family, to have money. You look, got to stop that. You got to stop, especially when you know your daughters are doing witch spells or whatever it's called. You look, got to stop it. Every time someone does it on my TikTok, I don't get it on YouTube. Come to doctor, whatever. And then someone else say, yeah, I got my husband yesterday. Forget it. You're getting yourself into trouble. It will only bounce back to you at some point with energy. Especially if someone you're trying to fight energetically is very full in love and God is helping that person, you're only going to bounce all that back to yourself. All right? So someone's getting aid, all right, from the soul family, from God. Might be a Leo person, all right, and a Gemini person. Okay? Because of their kindness. They're a treasure. Hey, I saw this in my dream, you know. It was glittering, shiny. That's all I saw. And it had love on it. It's like a chain with love on it or something. Yeah, it was like a chain and it had love on it. So there's a regret. There's an ending. A new beginning. Someone tried to end someone's treasure that was given by God. They wanted to take it. But now they've got to sign it back. Now there's a money agreement. Because somebody looks at this as a charity just for themselves. It wasn't for the world. Just for one person. So all that glitters isn't gold. Okay? Because God wanted the soul world. But somebody else wanted to be solely independent, wealthy. For an adventure with a Leo person on money. So now we're looking at adventure. Because now that's finished. That adventure's done. We have to sign that agreement as soon as possible. Okay? Alright? Maybe an earth sign person. Maybe they're doing overseas agreements. Okay? They can't argue about the things that they took. They've got to be very humble and just give it back. It's a call of karmic debt. And the ancestors won't leave you alone and the energy won't change. And every single thing that comes out, you know what it is. With my soulmate is a Leo. Everyone that has bad intentions around that person, it will come out in the cards. Because this Queen of Pentacles got bad intentions, it's coming out in the cards. Everyone around this Queen of Pentacles got bad intentions, is going to come out because we're energy. This is why I advise all divine feminists just stick in love, talk in truth, and then everything will come to play. All right? Someone's sneaking, spying, okay? Someone was very curious, so they started stalking. All right? So they're stalking maybe a Leo person on their adventure. This chosen lover, maybe a Taurus person. Very smothering, a very stalky person. They were spying, being very, very deceptive to an air sign person. So now you're looking at ideas. They like the ideas, the inspiration from an air sign person that sent letters to a fire sign person at work. So he's meant to be working with his Queen of Swords. Instead, this person, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, came in and took these ideas of inspiration and suggestions and took it and passed it around and made money. Okay? So now we understand they have to pay back the ancestors what they stole. Anything that they made, any ideas or rights has to go back to a fire sign person. Everything. Any royalties, anything has to go back to a fire sign person. Separation. Masculine is probably looking at this ideas, adventure, treasure, aid. This one's looking at all glitters ain't gold. Nothing. They made a vow to the devil and now you've got to pay back. Okay? It's karmic debt. When you play with the devil, temporary measures. There's always going to be a karmic debt you've got to pay back to the devil, my darling. Whether it's good or bad. Life is about a coin, two sides, isn't it? Okay, well, someone's going for a tower moment because they built something on false ground. All right? On lying, stealing, cheating, spying. So now there seems to be a conflict with a group of people when it comes to like power struggle, rivals. Somebody thought it could be a rival for a Gemini person. So now this person, a Queen of Pentacles, is in fear over an air sign person. Okay? Because they took this thing for some charity thing for themselves. So then they got to pay back every single penny. And every idea they made from money, they got to give the rights and royalties to a fire sign person or a Queen of Swords. So now we're looking at remembrance, reunion. They wanted to break down a reunion. Okay? They didn't want God's reunion to happen. They wanted to do overindulgence instead. They didn't want a soul world, a Queen of Pentacles. So now we're coming to calmer waters about the situation. All right? They want an unalivement of a situation. So this ending, this situation comes to an end now. We're creating new beginnings. Why? Because a Aquarius person, okay, is going towards their abundance. All right? And they got calmer waters. Emotions are secured. Okay? I'm looking at the ancestors giving us a helping hand to give us a beautiful adventure. We're very passionate about this soul world, about every woman and man being self-sufficient. Okay? We don't carry other people's burden unless they're your children. All right? So now we're looking at compromise. Somebody wants to compromise. Come to an agreement, all right? Maybe a water sign person or a Scorpio person or maybe a Taurus person wants to come to a compromise, reconciliation, okay? Because now they understand the terrier don't play, okay? Independent, going to be worldly known. If someone went in something blindly, okay? Now we're using fortune telling to create a soul world, my darlings, all right? We use tarot. Nobody didn't want to believe the truth. They didn't want to believe the dream, so now we have to come out in the open. Okay, because people are doing things in the dark. And now what does God say? What's in the dark comes out into the what? The light. If you agree, press like, press subscribe, and share. Because now we're saying, the light's here. Now we're going to have this conversation outside about fortune. Someone was taking someone's fortune. But this fortune teller, maybe a single person, an air sign person, is helping this fire sign person with his burdens, all right? He's a visionary, but unfortunately, within the pathway, and Miss Queen of Pentacles got in the way. Okay? All right, so we're looking at ideas of inspiration. The ancestors are helping. Maybe an air sign person, a Queen of Swords, by doing it through the vessel of the soul. So she works really hard on self-mastery, self-craftsmanship. Okay? Now we've got an idea what happened. We're going to get our money back. We're moving forward. We're getting our ideas, all that back that was stolen. And now we're walking forward. This person was looking for this inheritance for overindulgence. The Wheel of Fortune from a Queen of Swords' ideas. It was by overindulgence. All right, they loved the ideas. Now they're going for grief, a loss. They wanted that for the Queen of Swords. But what goes around comes around. It's going to be in their memory. They had a short luck trick. Okay? Okay, so now we're looking at self-love. You've got to love yourself. This message is all about self-love, self-concern, self-healing, self-independence. Okay? So now, if we want to create a soul world, it comes from us doing it from within. Use your intuition and believe we can do a soul world by cleaning up, okay, the earth. When it comes to our actions, intentions, and our energy. We've got two energies. Good, bad, man, woman, left, right, yin, yang, up, down. Okay? So now we've got memories within, from our past life, these soulmates. Maybe a fire sign person that's very passionate. And a Queen of Swords. They got memories from past life. Oracles, how to bring peace and love to create a soul world. So they have a book of life within them, and that's going to be a shock to many people, but not to them. Okay? We're looking at compromising with a Taurus person. Maybe this person needs to be on their own, acting independent, that they can be a good investor. Come with me. I got agreements, but it was from a reconciliation that they blocked. So now we're looking at compromise. Maybe I want to compromise. There's no compromisation. Just give back every single penny to the dime, penny to the pound. That's it. There's nothing to talk about. Okay? Now we're looking at investment. Please, collective, invest in yourself. To say I have. Collective. Investing in my self-love. All right? Self-love is also going within your dreams and paying attention to your inner voice. All right? Inner inspection. Going within. Tapping in. Okay, so we're looking at an agreement when it comes to an investment. We're looking at being single, self-sufficient. Okay, we'll look at independence, looking at self-love, self-reflection, self-awareness, self-development, so we can create. Someone, maybe a Taurus person, needs to be alone. Disappointment, man. Disappointment. Got to be alone. Okay? The ancestors made a vow to us to create heaven and earth, but we've got to worship God, man. You've got to put God first. Greed is not the need for Earth School. Jackpot. Now, Tarot is going for a jackpot, and maybe the Queen of Swords is running for it, or the masculine's taking a run for it. It was a challenge to a spiritual growth, to the healing pathway. But now we're looking at indulgence. They were overindulgence, and they were having fun on the head, on the mind, on the mental of her ideas, and took all the investments. Maybe laying down with a fire sign person, a love choice of a fire sign person. Robin, a Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords' work is very reliable. She's very hardworking. So every time she sends them an email or something, that's them looking in their phone. That's why she's got that picture on her Instagram, you know, with her bushy hair and the picture at the back of her drawing of holding the phone. Oh, yeah, holding the phone. Stealing my ideas. Genevieve Nadia. You see, actions, intentions, and energy, we always create paper trails. Okay? And every paper trail creates what? A pattern. So now we're looking at robbery, exploitations. You've got to be cautious with this person. All that glitters is not gold. So, that was the idea. For overindulgence, because they liked the work, the ideas, and this was the idea, the outcome they wanted for this Queen of Swords. They were relying. Let me just show you. They were relying on the Queen of Swords, unalivement, harm, endless harm. Let's just put that in the camera, should we? Genevieve Nadia wanted that, and I dream about it all the time. And has anyone come my way? Oh no, they want an apology now after 5 years. Oh boy, they really don't know. They really don't know air sign, do they? No, they don't. Obviously don't. No, they don't. We're looking at eternal love for Queen of Swords. Looking at jackpot, talking about soulmates. Okay. Maybe there's a visitor coming, a message was to share, and it went straight to someone, and someone took these messages of ideas and took money from it. Stole ideas, inspiration. So now they got to give back any money that they made from it, any royalties that they made from ideas, any buildings that they made from ideas of the structure of any reports that was done to the ancestors for a masculine. Any building, I don't care if she put 10 pence, 10 billion, I want it every single penny. Ancestors, they won't give up on this person until she gives back every single penny. And this is going to be a lesson to everybody. Imagination. In that person's imagination, they love the information and imagination of an air sign person, the ideas. And because of that, this is what her wish is. She's relying on this. And I want Genevieve Nadia arrested. I want her arrested. I've been emailing it too many times now. I want Genevieve Nadia arrested for this entrapment. I want her arrested for this entrapment for Adiwali Akinyo-Abaji. I saw her pipe out his drink and he was passed out at the toilet, the kitchen, his bathroom, a bedroom, while she was in his wallet and his resources. He even said to me in dreams that she's stealing his stuff and he's going to get back his estate. It was a plot. I know it's not his fault, and sometimes you might hear me get angry with him online. It's a twin flame journey. It's about soulmates. I like to respect my feelings, okay? And whatever I say that might be against Adiwali, it's not your excuse to disrespect my husband. Do you understand? I don't care if we never ever talk again. It's not anyone's excuse. It wasn't easy to go through this entrapment. No, it wasn't. It wasn't easy for someone like me to do this all by myself. When someone is doing voodoo, now I've got through it, I like to teach everybody else to transmit the voodoo back. All you got to do is love, believe in God. Don't do anything else. Don't argue back with them. Maybe find a therapist to talk to. Mine was Adewale's email. It's love. Love really does conquer, all right? So we're looking at this love choice with the options and opinion. There's a love affair. Okay, maybe romance was building. Okay, or maybe a romance is building again with the Queen of Swords. Looking at marriage, looking at relationship, looking at a love relationship you can share with a friend. Strategy. There you go. That was a plan. It was a plan. It was a plan. A strategy that's losing. She feels ill now. Why? She needs to withdraw from putting something in this man's drink and his food. I saw it. There's God above. I want this person to sue me if I'm lying. I've been talking about it for 5 years, 6 months now. And no one sued me yet. They know I'm coming out with this. Especially her. She asked me as well in a dream. Is God real? So you're not allowed to ask. She said, because you stole from Adewale, can you bargee? And then she said, please don't drag me in public. That's what she said. Because she knows what she did. Tried to create a natural disaster. Now there's a conflict with this third-party person that was stalking the Queen of Pentacles. They wanted triumph, but now we've got evidence. This masculine will escape towards his destiny. Because I dreamt about it. I saw this accident in my dream. Because he's connected to me. Before all this happened, I told him to use my eye. The beginning of this 5 years, of this train of dreams, just kept coming in. But 8 years before that, he told me to go and study, and I did. He told me what to study as well, and I did. So I want everyone else, like I went through it, you can do it as well. Just go within and pay attention to your dreams, okay? If you dream at night. Now, we understand someone's going to be in paranoia, all right? Because they were looking for stability to gain from a schedule. So someone once says, would you marry me? Adewale asked me 3 times in my dream. And twice I said, I don't wear jewelry. And he said, he looks really sad. And I said, you know, you're going to do what you want anyway. And that's what I like about him. He does what he wants. But I don't like when people just try and do manipulation and that on him. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. All right? Okay, so I'll end it there. Okay, my lovelies. Remember, thank you for bearing with me. I know everyone's on their healing journey. I might be swearing. If it's not for you at this time, I will not be offended if you keep going to someone else. All right? Maybe my reading's not for you at the moment. I'm not looking for followers. I'm not looking for likes. Well, I like the likes to get the message out. I would appreciate that to get the message out. But I'm more or less looking for gardeners, all right? We're gardeners with our own seeds. Just use your intuition for any unseen problems, okay? But use your intuition for all your dreams to come true so you can plant your foundation. Why? Because you are a soul having a human experience and new love is coming your way. All right, my lovely? Remember, walk in love, talk in truth. Love you guys. Bye.